Dr. Disrespect is probably having the worst week of his life right now. And if you don't know who Dr. Disrespect is, I'd be surprised because he literally has 100,000 times the amount of followers and subscribers I have. But if you don't know, he is a very big streamer with millions of followers across all his platforms. He got big playing FPS games, competitive games, battle royale, all that sweaty shit. He's also a pretty controversial figure with his racial jokes, his takes on the alphabet community, pronouns, the woke liberal bullshit. But we're going to get back to the main point. So the main story revolves around 2 years. 2017, the year he cheated on his wife, went on stream and cried like a little bitch. Me personally, I don't understand why people cheat on their partners and start crying. If you cared and you're going to be a crybaby about it, why would you even do it? Just don't cheat. Also, 2020 is the year that he apparently got banned for no reason. I mean, Twitch didn't make a public statement about why he got banned, and I don't think they usually do. No one brought up any clips of any bannable offenses, which usually happens when streamers get banned. Usually someone's like, hey, this is a clip that probably got him banned. But yeah, it was just an odd year. No one had any idea. And Dr. Disrespect also said that he has no idea why he got banned. So keep those two things in mind. He is a cheater, and he claims that he has no idea why he got banned. Now we can get into the downfall of Dr. Disrespect, and it all started with this tweet. A former Twitch employee that goes by the name of Cody Connors tweeted out on June 21st, he got banned because he got caught sexting a minor in the then existing Twitch Whispers product. He was trying to meet up with her at TwitchCon. The powers that be could read in plain text. Case closed, gang. Jake Lucky, who I guess is some news guy, quote retweeted the Twitch employee's tweet saying, a former Twitch employee has come forward and stated the alleged reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent Twitch ban being for sexting a minor in the previous Twitch Whispers product. And Dr. Disrespect responds to these horrendous allegations by saying, Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. So first off, no wrongdoing was acknowledged is a very weird way to word that you didn't do anything wrong, which is why he didn't say that, because clearly he did something wrong, because he would be like, hey, there was no wrongdoing, instead of no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Now, when I was first reading this tweet, I was like, maybe he just worded that really poorly, being very generous. That's what I'm thinking in my head. I have to be somewhat logical here, or neutral, but my heart was really telling me,
go off and deliberate on guilty. That nigga is guilty. Sir, settle down. You have to go deliberate. I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope right here.
So the thing that's crazy to me is he did that tweet like 2 or 3 hours after the original tweet that Cody made, and if I'm his lawyers or his PR team, I'm calling him like, hey man, why didn't you just lie? Or
here's another idea that's going to be very controversial. You could shut the fuck up.
Now, thankfully for society, these people who allegedly do dumb shit also happen to be dumbass shit, and they ignore any common sense or guidance from people who probably shouldn't be helping them in the first place. The funny thing is, he shot himself in the other foot by making this tweet the very next day. June 22nd, he tweeted, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal. No wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. He then again goes back to the whole, listen guys, they didn't catch me, so just move on. Now, a lot of people who had common sense kind of saw that something was up, because he was very intentional with his wording. You know, if he didn't do it, he would just came out and said, this is cap, bullshit, malarkey, hogwash, nonsense. But he was like, hey, no wrongdoing was found. He also mentioned the fact that he got paid, which could mean anything. Maybe when Twitch banned him, it was in the contract that it was guaranteed that he had to get the rest of his money. I don't know, but he's adding that in there to be like, hey guys, I'm innocent. Unfortunately for Dr. Disrespect, his game studio pretty much said that we assumed that he was innocent, but we went looking around, talking to people, and we didn't like what we heard / saw, so we cut him off. Now, there are two things that are very possible. One is that they just cut him off because of all the bad attention that he was getting. Or two, they cut him off because they have access to information that we, the public, don't have. It turns out that it was the second option. Spoiler alert. Because he's about to do the biggest self-report ever. Alright, so real quick, before we get to this essay that Dr. Disrespect wrote about why she should be locked up, can you guys do me a favor and like, comment, and subscribe? I'm only 10 subscribers away from 100 subs, and I'd really greatly appreciate if I hit it before the end of July. Also, one more thing, he edited out the word minor out of his apology or statement. I guess it's because he wants to make himself look better or not incriminate himself, but that's just something worth noting. On June 25th, Dr. Disrespect tweeted out the Twitch ban. Hello, I like to make a quick statement. Let's cut the fucking bullshit. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our full team, our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. The reason why I was chuckling because it's the way he framed it, like it was some type of mutual breakup where like they both had different visions for the future of the company, and not because he did what he's about to talk about doing. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Were there Twitch Whispers messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Ooh, this is not looking good. Were there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, I've seen a lot of Scary Jane. I'm sure some of you all have seen some of those predator catching channels. And the predators usually say one of two things. Either it wasn't me, or it was me, but hey man, it was just a joke. It was a prank. I didn't mean any of the things I sent in the messages. Which, both equally ridiculous things to say when there seems to be some type of proof. But, another thing that's worth noting is that he says that, you know, there weren't any messages exchange between the two. It was just a mutual conversation that leaned too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but he doesn't really specify exactly what he said, and I feel like unfortunately he can get away with saying that, you know, it leaned into something that was too inappropriate while actually being more specific, because he's not going to leak those messages because he probably doesn't have access to them. Even if he did, he wouldn't put himself in even more shit, and Twitch isn't going to dig up those messages because it's probably illegal to share it. He said nothing illegal happened, which is debatable because I don't have the messages. I'm not sure if the victim pressed charges or alleged victim. Don't sue me, please. He also says he never met the individual, which doesn't mean anything. I don't know why he never met the individual. Maybe it just didn't fit his schedule. Maybe the other person chickened out because they're underage. Like, that doesn't mean shit. Also, I forgot to mention, on June 27th, Slasher tweeted out, "From me for Rolling Stone, Dr. Disrespect knew he was sending those explicit messages to a minor. Former Twitch employee says he indicated that there was no problem and continued on. There was no confusion." He also says he had a civil dispute with Twitch that resolved in a settlement. I'm not sure what to do with that information because I don't know what the civil dispute was over. He didn't say what the civil dispute was over. Twitch is, of course, not going to say the civil dispute is over. Someone's just going to have to leak what that was about, because that it was probably related to why he got banned, but it wasn't a criminal case. Like he even said in the messages. So it's just kind of like adding that in there didn't really do anything for me. It seems like a good portion of his fans were coming into his defense, saying that maybe he just did not know the age of this young lady. Now we're at the halfway point. If you made it this far into the video, type in Dr. Diddy in the comment section. Back to the tweet. Now, from a moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. This was stupid. Now, with all this said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. Are you kidding me? Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on those things with those types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. But I think that said what I need to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. You wouldn't find it kind of odd that the same niggas that be like, yo, the alphabet community, they're all for our kids, like we need to protect them. They always be the same niggas trying to fuck kids. Like, I'm not saying this applies to Dr. Disrespect, but I'm just saying it's just a little bit odd. It almost seems like they're just trying to keep them for themselves, but I don't know. It just seems like a pretty similar story every single time. You know, you have the Republican / conservative that's like, you know, we need to keep these gays and trans away from our kids because they're going after them. Then next thing you know, these motherfuckers get caught fucking kids, or fucking gay kids, or fucking trans people. It's always some combination. Also, something kind of interesting that I missed is that Dr. Disrespect said that he had no intentions of meeting with this person, and the Twitch employee who was mentioned previously in the video said that he did try to meet up with her at TwitchCon. Now, considering everything else that he said, like they didn't, you know, send any inappropriate pictures back and forth, but he did speak inappropriately, it would sound like he was trying to do some Drake shit and try and get a pre-order. And that would be considered grooming if he did it. And I would say that's pretty predatory. But he still maintains that he's not a predator or a pedophile. You know, I'm not saying he's either of those things because, like I said, I do not want to get sued into generational debt. But let's just keep that in mind. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not reading all that again, but this basically says, you know, sorry to my family and F the haters. I honestly feel very bad for his family. He might have some kids or kid, I don't know. But imagine you're his wife and you figure out this is how you got cheated on for at least the second time, and it was with someone who's underage. And imagine your kids logging onto the internet and just seeing their dad's name trending. Honestly, I feel, other than the person he was talking to, I feel the most bad for his family other than them, because that's just fucking insane. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, that's fine, but I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not the same guy that made that mistake all those years ago. I'm taking extended vacation with my family, as I mentioned on stream. And I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. I think right now he's opening up the doors just in case he has to come out of retirement, in case the money gets a little bit dry. You know, the crazy part is that's very much possible because he still has supporters for whatever odd reason. To me, it's like, about this whole situation in general, if he didn't do what everyone's saying he did, he made himself look really bad. He definitely does not come across as innocent, especially when we take in consideration that two, I guess, somewhat reliable sources and Twitch employees have came out and said that this guy did some inappropriate things in the DMs. He admits to doing inappropriate things in the DMs. They disagree on to what extent they did it too, but all his friends who probably have access to more information, like I said, than us, the public, seem to be distancing themselves away from him. His company is distancing himself away from him. You know, he's getting demonetized. You know, it's just not looking good. I think something that's kind of funny is that the Twitch employees are saying that he was just sexting and trying to meet up. Dr. Disrespect is saying that we weren't trying to meet up, but I was just being teetering on something that was inappropriate, but he just won't say what it was. What inappropriate things that you said that you didn't think that were that bad, or that deserves you being called a predator, a pedophile, or any of that stuff. Because if it truly wasn't that bad, you would just say what you said. So some more information has came out about the Dr. Disrespect situation, which a lot of his fans, or just people rooting for him, are clinging on to this. Let's just get right into it. Now, this is by Call of Shame, which is a YouTube channel that I think bases their content around Call of Duty. It says, breaking news. Confirmed Dr. Disrespect was reported by Twitch to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children when they were illegally recording whispers by the doc back in 2017. A full investigation was authorized and no wrongdoing was found. And no illegal activity took place by Dr. Disrespect. No arrests were made and no charges were filed, thus adding more weight that Dr. Disrespect is innocent, as this is indeed looking like a witch hunt by ex-Twitch employees to frame Dr. Disrespect. Now, here's the thing. The only thing that I can tell you that probably is 99.9% true is that he did get reported to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Because even Slasher confirms that. I'm sorry if I said he was a Twitch employee earlier. I don't know if that's true, but he has connections to people who were or are Twitch employees. Now to the unconfirmed. It is also reported that the minor was actually a former Twitch employee pretending to be a 17-year-old girl and trying to bait Dr. Disrespect with entrapment techniques, while the ex-Twitch mods illegally recorded it all. They were all fired soon after and sued by Dr. Disrespect's legal team. They are very bitter over this and why this whole thing is coming out for the second time after it has already been dealt with. So I could be like, Slasher said this, Cody said this, Dr. Disrespect said this, Call of Shame said that. Let's just play a game and just assume that what Call of Shame said was true. That also doesn't make Dr. Disrespect look good either. I mean, even if he wasn't talking to a 17-year-old, actually, it would seem that Dr. Disrespect thought so. And at worst, he's an EDP, because even he admitted to saying something inappropriate to someone who he knew was a 17-year-old, or at least the Twitch staff confirms that he knew was a 17-year-old. He didn't confirm nor deny that he knew the age, so it's not a bad assumption to think that he might have known that. In my opinion, I think that the person who is a confirmed Twitch staff or former Twitch staff employee is more credible than whoever this YouTuber is. Anyways, like I said, if he's innocent, he didn't make himself look innocent at all. If he's not innocent, I think that he should apologize in the most logical way and, log on to Live Leak, get the camera ready, and, just give everyone the apology that they're really looking for. One more thing. Now, this is not really confirmed, but I saw a whole bunch of, news outlets such as Drama Alert and, other people tweeting this out. Basically, there was this trans sex worker that he was cheating on his wife with for the third time, allegedly. I can neither confirm nor deny if this is true, but this person did post screen recordings of, their messages back and forth. I'm not going to take a deep dive into those messages, but I just think it's kind of funny. Because if it is true, not only do your community and your friends go out of their way to attack these people, but come on, 3 times?